Hey, I'm Betsy Schwartz. How are you today? I'm owner, founder of Birth in the Know. I'm also the inventor and publisher of Down the Canal, the Game of Birth, and the creator of Doula Quest, my signature postpartum doula training program. Today, I'd like to talk about you don't know what you don't know until you know it. I know it sounds a little wacky, so let me explain. And I know some of you may know what I'm talking about. When you become a postpartum doula, there is a lot to know. Like any new profession, there's going to be learning as you go, and there's going to be some learning before you get started out there and working with clients. Honestly, you don't know what you don't know until you run into it. There are so many things that could happen and so many variables. There's so many lifestyles and personalities and all of it. So training is awesome. I'm a trainer. I love training and teaching and sharing what I know. However, getting out there on the job is when you really learn and it comes together. I do highly recommend training. I know what I teach and what I think is important. But a good thing to keep in mind is to start where you are. What do you need to know? What do you already know? Which I'm sure is a lot. So you want to start where you're at and build from there. I think two very key important topics are perinatal mood and anxiety disorders and breastfeeding. Because the mood disorders are the number one complication of childbirth. And of course, with breastfeeding, support is really key to the success of breastfeeding. And I talked a little bit about breastfeeding in another video. There'll be more. The focus today is you don't know what you don't know until you know it. Please give yourself some credit and realize that you do know a lot. And yes, you're open and willing to learn. And knowing your resources, who to call, where to look online, what's valid research. Those are all very important. And lining yourself up with other doulas and backup and people that have the same type of approach and philosophy as you do, because we're all a little bit different. I'm going to pop in the comments a link to a download, which is 40 questions that will test your knowledge about the postpartum period. And actually, these questions are part of the game, Down the Canal, the Game of Birth. There's 240 in the game that I created. These just pertain to what comes after birth. And to keep in mind that it's great as a postpartum doula to know about pregnancy and labor and birth and a little bit about the community you live in, so that you get a sense of where you fit in as the postpartum doula, what your role is going to be, what is the birth climate like, and all of that. So well-rounded knowledge, I believe, is important. Knowing what you know with to start out, find that out, figure that out. Where are the gaps in your knowledge? And how are you going to learn more about it? I do have a training program called Doula Quest, and you can check that out on my website, which there is a link here. You can also subscribe to this channel. I'll be adding videos. Just remember that we all know stuff, and we all don't know stuff, and we don't know what we don't know. All right, then. I'll have another video, and thanks for watching.